Welcome to this video lecture on the Supreme Court case, San Juan versus People, decided on January 17, 2023. This session provides a comprehensive analysis of the legal principles surrounding child abuse under Republic Act 7610, the definition of psychological maltreatment, and the distinction between specific and general intent. We will begin with Part 1, the case overview. This section examines the factual background, identifies the key parties involved, and reviews the procedural history of the case. In the case of San Juan versus People, the petitioner was a police officer. The incident involved a minor complainant and a witness. Procedurally, the case moved from the regional trial court to the Court of Appeals, and finally to the Supreme Court, which reinstated the original conviction for child abuse. The incident occurred on March 26, 2014. The accused, an inebriated police officer, pointed a firearm at an unarmed 15-year-old minor after a brief encounter near a basketball court. This act of armed intimidation created immediate fear, which the court identified as psychological cruelty and emotional maltreatment. In Part 2, we address the legal issues submitted to the Supreme Court. These core questions focus on the interpretation of statutory provisions and the requisite intent for committing these offenses. The petitioner argued that he did not poke a gun at anyone and lacked the specific intent to debase or degrade the child. Conversely, the prosecution highlighted credible testimony from an eyewitness. The Supreme Court found that the inherent psychological impact of such acts satisfies the definition of abuse under the law. Moving to Part 3, we examine the Supreme Court's ruling, focusing on statutory construction and the standards of intent required under Republic Act 7610. The law categorizes acts under Section 3B differently. Section 3B1, which covers psychological and physical abuse, requires only general criminal intent. Other subsections, such as 3B2, require specific intent, while 3B3 and 4 address the deprivation of basic needs in medical care. This table summarizes the intent requirement standards. For Section 3B1, general intent is presumed from the deliberate act, which was applied to the San Juan case. Specific intent is not required for this provision, even if it is necessary for other sections of the law. The core jurisprudential rule established here is that no proof of specific intent to debase or demean is required for convictions under Section 3B1 of Republic Act 7610. The act of pointing a firearm at a minor is considered enough to presume general intent due to the fear and trauma caused. Key takeaways include the correction of the Court of Appeals error, clarification on the role of administrative definitions, and the reaffirmation of the child protection mandate. Ultimately, the court sentenced the petitioner to prison mayor and ordered him to pay damages. Thank you for watching this presentation. We hope this discussion of San Juan versus People has provided clarity on these important legal standards. This final slide lists the sources for the imagery used in this video.